I can hear it on this end. Oh, it's still going. Is it going to go again? Oh, it is. Okay, one more time. You want to do it with me, Winnie girl? song's over. Is it starting again? Okay, that's got to be it. Wait. Oh, Lord. Let me get the banners and turn that off. Media. Oh. Hi, you guys. I have to get my fan. It's in the living room. It's flipping hot here. Today it was probably, well, I don't know. Like in the house tonight, it feels like it's 80, but it was probably like 75 during the day. But I was pretty hot when I got to my, whatchamacallit, my workout sesh. Hi, Kimberly Ann Hart. Hi, Tina. Hi, Freeside. Woohoo. Good evening. Hi, MS0426. It's hot here also. Yeah, I hear you guys are just, oh my gosh, just on fire through the Midwest and the whole East Coast. A woman didn't have water, you know, and didn't have electricity. Anyway, she died in 3 days. I don't know if she was elderly. Really sad. And I think that was in New Jersey. Hi, everyone. I wasn't going to go live. I finally, after my long day and getting back and getting things taken care of at the house, I was peeking at my email, and then videos were coming in. And yeah, then I tried to get up on MK's, but his thing was glitching just twice. But then before that, everything was fine with my mic, but not my camera. I tried to fix that. But then when I went up and I was just going to do mic, it froze. The whole thing froze. And I rebooted this iPad like 3 different times. But what's really weird is I have music I can literally download music on this and I don't have to play music on my other iPad. And that's weird because I haven't been able to do that since wintertime. I wasn't even going to try it. And I thought, well, why not try it, right? With all the iOS updates they do. Hi, Peggy. Hi, everyone. Nice. You want to be like me when you grow up? Hi, Rock This Girl. Hi, everybody. So let me get the fan because like I'm on fire. This is what I wore to the workout place up at the hospital. And then having my window closed because the kids are kind of loud in the summertime. So I went live because MK said, go live, Tina, before his live ended. And he said I never listen to him or do what he says or take advice or whatever he said. So I was like, okay, all right. I'll try to behave or I'll try to obey. So hi, 11 in the sand dunes. So on the news, there's this potty mouth parrot. And all these people wrote in, even from Canada, but a lady in Maine got this potty mouth parrot. And the potty mouth is, he'll say, hell now and then when he really means it, like for a reason, they said, but the F word, he's mother, and everything's ucker, uck and ucker. And of course, they had to bleep it out, and I knew they would. But my daughter and I looked at that, and he's a good-sized parrot. He's literally like my emoji, green and yellow, and he's not white, and with all those feathers. Wait, I didn't turn it on. It's ridiculous. I get the fan, and I don't turn it on. So hopefully I won't get in trouble. Now, if it's someone's YouTube, right, channel thing or whatever, then I will get in trouble. But if it's like on the news, then maybe I won't. I miss any names? All right, let me go down to the bottom. Yeah, you guys are really, really. You guys, if this isn't climate change, I don't know what is, okay? I just really don't. But I'm going to type in, and in case a, advertisement comes up, I'm going to mute this just for a moment. There's Pepper the potty mouth parrot, potty mouth parrots of England, African gray parrots with potty mouth. I think it's probably Pepper the Potty Mouth, but let me make sure I don't get advertisements popping on. Okay, I don't know if I found the guy or the parrot that went viral, but this one is potty mouth parrots teaching other birds to swear as zoo hatches plan to stop problem. So it's become quite the problem. Okay, hold on here. Why? Oh, for gosh sakes. Just a minute. Okay, there we are. Now this is the news, so I should be okay. It's not a YouTube thing. Ad 2 of 2, so many ads. Oh, wait, that's not it. That's Trump with green in the background. I mean, grass. Oh, come on already. What do you guys think of all that? Race for mayor. I'm hoping for Cuomo. He's right. He could handle Trump. And he's running a very close race with Ma'am Jeannie. Wait, is it Ma'am Jeannie or? I think so. Oh, goodness, you guys, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I thought I could just pull it up. Well, what on earth? I mean, I thought it would show a video. And instead, it has all these other things to. Is this it? No. But anyway, it's the New York Post. So I'll read this while I'm waiting for it to come in, okay? These birds need to wash their mouths out with soap. A wildlife park in the UK conspired a new plan to stop their potty mouthed parrots from cursing, telling zoo visitors. They're telling zoo visitors to fuck off, okay? Trigger warning, I don't know, for people that don't like swearing. And Mary Jane Doe, if you could put the disclaimer in like you always do, thank you so much. I mean, why can't it just show a little video when it acts like it's going to? Is there anybody, Mary Jane Doe, or put a 1 in chat, whoever wants Cuomo to win? Or 2 for Mangini, or, yeah, wait, Mangini or Madgini or Magnini? Anyway, I can't remember now, of course. But, or a 3 if you could give a shyster. So let me take a look at this. They're just doing the same stupid ads over and over again. I'm just going to go to a different page. Or no, I'll read what it says. So Cuomo was the governor when? It was during the COVID, so it's been at least 5 years or something. Oh, good. You put MK Ultra's channel link in, Mary Jane Doe. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my goodness, there's Tattooed Rebel. Hello. 8:59. Good, that was only 2 minutes ago. How are you? Give my love to your wife. Hope you guys are doing well. I take it pretty simple. Do a live when I can and feel like it, like I thought for sure last night I would, but I just needed to rest, or, just spend some time with my daughter and rest a little and get to bed earlier, because I always like to watch back my lives, and that keeps me up longer. And I knew I had to ride my bike pretty far today, and it was quite warm. And then at the end, when I was supposed to do 12 minutes, at the end of the hour, I did 17. I was like at 16 something. And I go, I'm almost to 17. She goes, no, you only had to go to 12. And I'm telling you, my knees on the top and underneath the knees and in the back of my legs were sore. And they have every session, which is just twice a week, it's harder and longer by only about 5 minutes or so. But I see other people, that are older than me and stuff, that are really walking fast, and I'm looking over and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be walking fast like that eventually. Yes, Tattooed Rebel 2229. You want to put his link in chat too, and his wife's Tattooed Angel 2229. You guys are getting the heat too. Thank you for the disclaimer, Mary Jane. Thank you. What? You're ashamed to say you haven't paid attention. You always pay attention. Those birds are hilarious, says Rock This Girl. I saw an African gray that does the same a few years back. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you love Elvira. Who loves Elvira? I thought I kind of liked her, and I wanted to dress up like her for Halloween, whenever that was. I don't know if it was the year before or now. Okay, what's going on? Is this it? No, this is the mayor. The mayoral, whatever. Okay, so these birds are telling zoo visitors to fuck off, and they're not liking it. Lincolnshire Wildlife Park revealed they are taking 8 cuss-happy African gray parrots, including 5 who went viral in 2020, and grouping them with 92 non-swearing birds to improve their language. Wow, that's funny. I'm hoping above the general noise of the flock, the swearing will be drowned out. The park's chief executive, Steve Nichols, told CNN, when we came to move them, the language that came out of their carrying boxes was phenomenal. Really bad, not normal swear words. These were proper expletives. However, if all goes wrong, Lincolnshire Wildlife Park could have 100 cussing parrots. Good Lord. The method to the madness will be aimed at diluting the African gray's swearing so they're able to learn all the nice noises, like microwaves and vehicles reversing, that the non-swearing birds typically mimic. The African gray parrots are one of the most highly intelligent birds on the planet, in which the birds are known for their distinctive cognitive abilities and impressive skill to mimic speech. Now, the one that I saw on the news lived with somebody for 20 years, and he brought it to the Humane Society. And but again, they found, and they think that the bird learned some movie tracks. Is that the word? And I don't watch movies really, so I can't remember which movie it was, but 6 of them have got men's voices. 2 of them have got ladies' voices. And when they're all swearing, it does sound really bad, Nichols said. Wow, that is so funny. The African gray parrot can perform cognitive tasks at levels that rival a 5-year-old human. Wow, that is incredible. The 5 infamous African grays named Billy, Elsie, Eric, Jade, and Tyson gained popularity in 2020 when 5 were separated for swearing at zoo visitors. Pebbles the Crazy Cockatoo, really good channel. Is that good too? So funny. Oh dear. Hey to all in chat. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Thank you for putting their channels in. And Sierra's. Put in Sierra's. I'm trying to help her get to 1,000. Thank you, hon. Oh, yeah. And the White Trash Family, channel 2. I've been really busy tattooed, or Rebel. I had 3 days a week. That's Monday and skip a day, skip Tuesday, go Wednesday, skip Thursday, go Friday. But this second week, I changed it to 2 days a week, which they said I could. My cardiac rehab, because I ride my bike and stuff. So it's mostly 3 days a week for people that are pretty sedentary or that just sit, she said, because, they're older and they can't do much. Yeah. And, oh, you're welcome. So between that and, dealing with my son and I love him to death, but he's really going through it. And now going through it with his father. It's just unreal how people can treat their children when they drink. And that's what I'm going to say. Yes, they are. They emotionally attach to humans. Wow. Yeah, my sister Ashley, when she lived in Florida back in the early 90s, where that flood was, that little flood, the little one that went through the whole town. Now I can't remember. And I visited her there. But anyway, she had is it a cockatoo or a cockatiel? Because maybe there's one of each. Yeah, but if he watches my show, I said I wouldn't badmouth him. And I kind of am, but really kind of not, because it is what it is. I'm not doing it, but when you have someone on the autism spectrum, and he definitely is, and he knows he is, words are even more hurtful. And if you have OCD, they ruminate, and then you get depressed over these words. Whereas if you don't have some of these cognitive disabilities or maladies, you can say, oh, fuck it, I don't care, I know who I am. No, not for him. Okay, so after the 5 birds were quarantined together due to the nationwide coronavirus outbreak, the witty birds somehow taught each other a wide range of curse words and expletive phrases. Wow, that's funny. People have come to us, but they think it's highly amusing. We haven't had one complaint, Nichols told The Guardian in 2020. When a parrot tells you to fuck off, it amuses people very highly. It's brought a big smile to a really hard year. Okay, that was back then. So Nichols believes the risky plan is so far so good, but the chief executive admits they still curse and even laugh after doing so. So they curse and then they chuckle. Oh my gosh, I've really got to look at some. But I can't just play YouTube channels of birds. I can't play any YouTube channels on here. I mean, if I was monetized or asked or however that works, you know, it'd be different, but only new stuff, or I'll get a gosh darn copyright and I'll have to be in the timeout chair for 14 days. Yeah, maybe they should play some different music or something to teach them new words. Yeah. They're teaching each other too. Yeah, is that funny or what? Free speech, says Peggy. Oh my goodness, so funny. Okay, so you have one of these birds. Pebbles uses the F word constantly, has temper tantrums. Hilarious. Do you have that kind of bird, or is that, oh, that's probably something you've seen on the YouTube. Maybe. So funny. Okay, so Lincolnshire has put up signs around the Wildlife Center alerting visitors about the parrot's devious behavior, instructing them not to encourage their foul language. The warning sign reads to guests, for your information, every common swear word can be heard in this aviary. So please be aware if you have people with you of a sensitive nature. Pebbles, the crazy cockatoo channel. Okay. Wow, that's just hilarious. It really, really is. Wow, now that's really weird. Okay. It says boy 7 disappears on cruise ship. Many years later, he shows up at his parents' house down on the bottom there. Okay, you don't hear that very often, but up to 35 people a year disappear on cruise ships. They just do. You have too much money and you're boasting about it while you're drinking, boom, you might disappear, you know? And then there, of course, is the sex trafficking, which has happened to at least one woman. They're pretty darn sure because they got a picture of her and it looked just like her, but she had a long wig on and she was on a bed leaning back. And you know, and seriously, you guys, it had to do with like the band that was there. And, you know, I mean, I doubt it's like, you know, the whole management of the carnival, but these bands can be shady. That's what happened to her. All right, so let me so I wish I could find, I mean, you couldn't hear hardly anything from the, let's do another one. Maybe I'll like run into it. I hope the fan isn't too loud. Yeah, our world is large, but it's not that big that people just disappear into nowhere. Yeah. Peggy Pebbles was rescued by a Canadian man. Pebbles learned to swear from her original owner, had 10 foster families until Canadian man rescued her. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, shoot, I hit privacy and I meant to hit history. See, when you have tremors, it's just not fun. It's just not fun. And this is why I have a flip phone, you guys. I literally just want that. Mary Jane Doe, since you're in New York, for sure, do you want Cuomo or a new guy? You don't hear the fan. Nice. Please. I'm going to have to get rid of some of these tabs on here eventually. I don't know. That's what I didn't, pay attention to. Well, you remember Governor Cuomo, right? And I don't know. I don't know if he got a little frisky on the plane with someone. I don't know. He was single, and I'm not saying that makes it right, but the woman probably knew. And I don't know, like, how frisky it was, but he didn't get in trouble for it. He almost did. So there wasn't much to it, in other words. I don't know. That's what okay, I already read that one. Okay. Well, why on earth can't I find what I'm looking for? Oh, here it is. Potty mouth parrot needs home, but it will be like adopting Samuel L. Jackson. Here it is. Rated R parrot goes viral. Up for adoption in Fall River. Well, it's already got a woman getting him, I don't know if it's a boy or girl. A male, maybe. So this is Bing.com news, so it's probably okay. Is this what they put on? Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. There's just so many ads. This is just ridiculous. Wow. Yeah, Fall River, Mass. A loud and explicit parrot has been causing quite a stir at a Massachusetts animal shelter. Hendrix, a blue and yellow macaw, was recently surrendered to the Forever Paws Animal Shelter in Fall River, Massachusetts. We don't know much, but we do know that they had him for about 20 years. When he came to us, he was being fed a diet of human cereal, white bread, sunflower seeds, and animal crackers. Well, maybe that's okay. No, now it says this. The lack of a proper diet is likely why he's mostly naked. Okay, he's missing quite a few feathers. I'll show a picture of him, because it's just not looking like it's gonna. This is him. And I guess, that white part on his chest and everything, I think that's where there's supposed to be fur. But that's him. Hi, Max Smith. Hello. Missing feathers. I know. It's malnutrition. The thing is, if you adopt Hendrix, you're basically adopting Samuel L. Jackson. The animal shelter explained, this bird is rated R. Parental advisory required. A real Sour Patch Kid if one side was sugar and the other side was arsenic. Forever Paws said Hendrix has a vocabulary that's not for the faint of heart. He says thank you when you give him snacks, but will also tell you to shut up. Forever Paws noted he'll be all sweet and affectionate and then turn around and call you a slur. I think that's just hilarious. I really do. But we love him and he dances to music, so we forgive him, the animal shelter continued, emphasizing that Hendrix didn't get his so-called potty mouth from them. Though Hendrix is currently up for adoption, not anymore, according to the news, He's hoping to find his forever home this weekend, according to the animal shelter. But Forever Paws plans to open up applications for him again, should none of the potential adopters be the perfect fit. Yeah, many people sent in applications. Well, I don't know why on earth, we can't see a little video when all this one does over and over and over again. Okay, we'll try this one. No, I already hit this one. Oh, it's on news. No wonder. It should be on all. It's on news, you guys. See, this is what I mean. Like, I'm always learning. I'm still learning. Just going to put it on all. Okay, now it'll work. This is 41 seconds. This is the one that's up for adoption with, I think, a little video. Oh, brother, you guys. Okay, so 300 people came forward for this colorful bird. And that one lady in Maine, I was like, is it Team Rose? Like, really? I kind of thought that. Is it Team Rose? She should do a live. Yes, I did get a parrot, or no, I didn't. The potty mouth parrot. Okay, well, this didn't work either, and it just makes no sense at all. So you guys, everyone put in chat where you're from, what state, and I'll call out your state. We'll find out if you're in Hotsville or steaming Hotsville during this incredible weather. Dangerously hot. Okay, this is Microsoft News. Maybe this will work. Good Lord. It is news, so it should be okay. Odd News Minute. Ben Hooper. Gosh, I hope I don't get in trouble.
I'm Ben Hooper, and this is your UPI All News Minute for Monday, June 23rd, 2025.
What?
A Rhode Island animal rescue group is seeking a new home for a 20-year-old parrot with a vocabulary politely described as rated R. The Forever Paws Animal Shelter in Fall River said the bird, named Hendrix, came from a home where he was not being fed proper food, so he's mostly naked as a result of malnutrition. Hendrix's feathers are slowly growing back after being put on a healthier diet, but the Post warned the parrot has one other issue. If you adopt Hendrix, you're basically adopting Samuel L. Jackson. The rescue explained Hendrix's vocabulary is largely made up of curse words and slurs.
That was Mother.
Chantel Rogers, an administrative assistant at Forever Paws, told WJAR-TV, sometimes when you give him something, he'll say thank you. If you call him a pretty bird, he'll say thank you. He'll say, good morning, baby. That's as far as the niceties go. The rest of it is slurs, cusses, things I can't repeat on camera. The social media post was emphatic in its disclaimer, saying, this bird is rated R. Parental advisory required. A real Sour Patch Kid if one side was sugar and the other side was arsenic.
He's reading
Despite
what
the
I read.
potty-mouthed parrot's ill manners, the rescue has already received over 50 adoption applications and is now in the process of interviewing candidates to be his new forever family. Moving
Parents
on
live
from
a long
parrots saying
time.
swears to students who come in pairs, attendees at a high school graduation on New York's Long Island
this is
were last
news
seen
thing.
double when 15 sets of twins walked
Oh,
across
yeah.
the stage to
15
accept their
sets of
diplomas.
twins.
The class of 2025 at Plainview Old Bethpage,
Oh,
John.
Lord, why won't it stop? Okay. I'm trying to find a parrot that will do some potty mouth talk. I mean, why not? Now there's Meet Santos, the rapping potty mouth parrot. It's YouTube on Animal Planet. Am I going to get in trouble for Animal Planet, or is that's YouTube and that's the name of this thing, I think. So I probably would. Look at this parrot, you guys. Oh dear. Oh. Bad dog.
Meet Santos, one potty mouth parrot. Call him a gangster flapper.
Wow, that's really good, Santos.
He pretends that he's Snoop Dogg sometimes. Santos is a great beatboxer. He can make probably more noises than most humans can.
This beatboxing, head-bobbing bird is a 5-year-old African gray, and musician Steve Wickwire's BFF, as in best feathered friends.
I fully take care of him and we're fully bonded.
I love your pill.
We shower together, we eat together.
Oh my
He
God.
sleeps with me sometimes.
It wasn't long until Santos started entertaining Steve and his housemate Jeremy Atkins. It was all good, clean fun until Santos suddenly developed a fascination with flatulence.
One of the first things he started doing was making fart noises.
Ah.
Santos has the intelligence of a 5-year-old child, and like a small child, he soon realized petulance had a payoff. Attention! For Steve and Jeremy, Santos' antics and his 300-word vocabulary make him the life of the party.
Endless source of entertainment.
A frat boy with feathers. Nested in this man cave existence, Santos quickly became one of the dudes. Insults,
You're Snoopy-O.
and of course,
What?
profanity.
People get insulted by it because they take it personally.
But rest assured,
Oh my
it's all
God.
fun and games.
I do not curse at the bird. I curse with the bird. And he curses with me. Hey, just chill out here. It's fun for him and me.
Santos' trash mouth is great for the boys' club. But when Steve leaves town, Santos stays at the local pet store. And that has proved to be a little embarrassing.
You can imagine parents and their kids coming into a pet shop, looking around, and then this bird from up above starts saying some not so nice things.
He's a belligerent bird all around. Santos will not only destroy your ego, he'll shred all your favorite belongings too.
one button to take out, and it's the play button, rendering this virtually useless.
Since African gray parrots can live to be 80, Santos will rule the roost for decades to come.
We're like best friends. So to have that kind of bond with him is really special. Every day is amazing with him.
And the beat goes on.
Oh gosh, that was funny. I would have liked to have heard more rapping from it or whatever. What was he saying? I gotta take a poo-poo, and then he'd make the noise. Oh my gosh, that's just so funny. And he's got shades on. Okay, now that was Animal Planet. Maybe I won't get in trouble for that. This one is African gray parrot potty mouth, filthiest bird ever. But it's YouTube Jag Thunder #1, and it's 6 minutes long. I hope I don't get in trouble from Animal Planet. Oh my gosh, I probably will, won't I? Am I going to get in trouble, do you think, you guys? Oh, what did I miss? Okay, let me go up here. Wow, I missed quite a bit. Peggy, I just posted about videos of female lions loving their lion mates called She Loves Her King. That's funny. YouTube. Oh, Peggy on MK Ultra. Oh, upstate New York. All right, Mary Jane Doe put in her state. Parrots live a long time. Definitely in the hot. MS0426 is Pennsylvania. And I'm sure you guys have told me in the past, but I've plumb forgotten. I'll try to remember at least a week this time. Isn't it like 100 years? I'll have to Google. Turtles can live to be 150, says Max Smith. Isn't that amazing? As long as you pause and talk. Oh, well, I was laughing a lot in the background. I did talk a little bit. No, not really, though. To you guys, smaller birds like budgies, parakeets, and cockatiels generally only live 8 to 15 years. Larger birds like macaws and gray parrots can live 25 to 50. Larger parrots live 40 to 80 years. Whales can live 80 to 90 years. Okay. I think Mission has a big bird. I don't know what kind. Yeah. I wonder what kind. He does have a bird. You're right. Peggy, they're definitely smarter than a 5-year-old child. I hate it when experts put down animals saying they aren't intelligent. Yeah. Fair use, as long as you give commentary, you're good. Oh, Lord. Well, I recognize that voice from Animal Planet. I mean, that, right? That's back in the 90s, unless it's still on. I believe the video is transformative, and that's supposed to be the key to fair use. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if I can, yeah. Cockatoo swearing, funny parrot moments, 59 cents. 59 cents? Why did I, 59 seconds. Okay. And this one says, I'm not going to play it. It's TikTok by Kokatsu #2 from 2021. The bird says, just shut up, MFer. Wow. What? How to potty train your parrot? That's YouTube Howcast. Potty training a parrot. What? To literally sit on a miniature toilet? I mean, I've seen some little, parrot videos along with puppies and kittens. A couple of years ago, I was sitting down with my daughter and we were looking at everything under the sun. Monkeys, baby pigs, the guy that swims in his pool with a polar bear. I mean, I don't know if he still does, but all kinds of things. Oh. Oh my gosh, this bird says, what the F-U-C-K? Just like a person would. So, yeah, these are all YouTube and TikTok and I don't know. I'm just like into this ever since I saw it on the news, and I thought it'd be fun to just relax a little and not take things too serious. But they're all on YouTube, and I would for sure get in trouble. Toy talking parrot with bad language. Goodness gracious. There's everything. Oh my gosh. Look at this one. Look what that one says. Polly wants a. Wow. Okay. Okay, where is this now? Where am I? I believe the video. Oh, I already read that. Max says birds get mad when you leave them. They are capable of revenge. Wow. Yeah, I had little parakeets. I had a green one and 2 blue. And then when I went on vacation and asked my roommate to make sure that the brick and the cardboard was stayed down, I don't know what the heck happened. She said they flew out the window. I said, how did they get out? I cried, and then there was nothing I could do. They were gone. And one of them, that I named Dave, was green, was so sick. From what I don't know, I was too far from a vet. I was, 29? I mean, that's old enough, but I don't know what I did, but it was toppling over, and so it would stay upright. I kept it in my sneaker next to my bed on the floor, and I gave that little thing water like all night. And then it perked up and was okay. Like I nursed it back to health with water. Yeah, it was really bizarre. And then I leave for just a few days and they're gone. And come to think of it, I didn't know her that well. Maybe she sold them. I don't know. I thought they go in like newspaper or something. Yeah. Peggy, Tina, did you hear about a parrot who solved a crime? It witnessed a crime and repeated what he had heard. That is amazing. No, that's amazing. Hi, Sandra Ernest. Thank you. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Mary Jane Doe, I had a bird named Dookie when I was a teenager. That's such a good name. He would say, Dookie Duke, Dookie Duke, and whistle little tunes. That's so cute. Hello to the 10 in the sand dunes. Okay, well, I'm bummed. Like, how do I find like a news channel or something? Or maybe this is just enough of the parrot situation here. Oh. Gee. Now look what this one says. It's YouTube and it's UNICEF East Asia and Pacific. And no, it's 56 seconds, so I probably won't play it. But look what he says. I'll kick your arse. I'll kick your arse. If a parrot can remember what happens in an abusive home, imagine a child. The 1-minute bold and provocative video. Yeah, I'm not going to play it. Daily Motion, YouTube, TikTok, YouTube, Lincolnshire Wildlife Park. Oh, look at these 5. These are the 5 famous swearing parrots. You see more than 5. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see 6, but those 5 in front must be the 5 popular, right? Jade and Elsie, and what were the names? Now I can't remember them all. Is that the true crime parrot? Oh, you're talking to Peggy? Parrot was key witness in an MURDER trial. Wow. Wow. Thanks, you guys, for hanging out with me. I wasn't even going to go live, but like a few other people here in chat, quite a few. They were there before me, and we popped into MK's, and then he invited me up with Rapper a little bit later on, and I don't know, like I had this situation one time before, but when I hit the camera, it didn't make the mic go off. And that's what happened this time. I'd hit the camera, the mic would go off. So then, just like he said, when he said Mary Jane Doe and Rock This Girl and the others that were over there, when he said don't touch anything, this is what I was doing. I was talking, everything was fine. My white avatar was, circle was there. I had my hands in my lap like this. And all of a sudden, the volume went. And I said, wait, can you guys hear me? And then it went, it didn't go blank, but it was really weird. So then I went out in the living room, and his last words were over MK's over and over and over and over and over again, like it was stuck on a record or something. It was really weird. So I rebooted it a 3rd time. Okay, the cockatoo is so pretty, sort of salmon colored. She's very beautiful. Oh, where can I see the 5? Oh, look at this. Look at the swear jar. But they have to put a peanut in it when they swear. That's funny. Is that funny or what? That's really cute. Parrots in Wildlife Park moved after swearing at visitors. I can't wait to show this to Shaylin and Parker. Okay, this is LWP. They're still at it. Swearing parrot update. Well, it's LWP, and I don't know what that stands for, so I will pass on that. And then, wow. All right, well, that's probably enough of that. I'm looking forward to justice, of course, like many of you others, for Suzanne Morphew. And when that's going to start, right? Court, I don't know. And as you all know, in P. Diddy, which I have not been following closely at all. I haven't for 2 weeks even heard what's going on. I did read some of the transcripts from, I don't know what it might have been. What's the name of that show? Now I can't remember. But it's not interesting. But him getting guilty on everything will be interesting, and subjecting men, women, and men to things, and taking videos of it. So A, they'll keep doing it, and B, when they don't want to, and B, just blackmail. It's so sickening. And yeah, so the defense and the prosecution is resting now. So I'm not sure what that means. Does that mean like maybe tomorrow is when the judge talks to the jury and goes over the whole whatever on, how to vote or how to weigh things, whatever. And then, so I think we're getting pretty close. I listened to Rotten Mangoes. I've seen her show before. Rotten Mangoes is really good. It came up on my feed about 2 years ago, maybe 3. And that's where I heard about those, not anime, those K-pop singers, young, good looking, whatever, were literally inviting young women, right? The prettier ones, and then would give them water, and they'd think there was nothing in their water but water, correct? And they were drugged and would wake up in these different places in this building. Yeah. And I believe some of them did go to jail. One I know, I can't remember the name, went and is out now. Yeah. And I believe there was a lot of sex trafficking ring with some of these. And that's when I stopped with my daughter, just watching that K-pop dancing. They all look alike, and it was a good 10, 15 years ago, so the newer groups now, right, aren't doing that. I certainly hope not, but how frightening. Oh, hi, Max Smith. I know you're asking Mary Jane Doe, but I peeked at his live once. It's very intense. Very intense. A lot of people at once. To put it nicely, a ton of smearing. I'm just leaving it at that. Smearing. It can get fairly nasty. Yeah, the Diddy trial is just, once in a while. Do you watch? Okay. So I've been on 1 hour and 8 minutes. And yeah, everything's on YouTube. Everything. Funny parrot's going crazy, and it's right by a Coke can. Wow. All right, you guys. Well, I'm not going to lag on and on. This will be a short live, and I get more minutes anyway in 4 days. It's getting closer to my birthday. If I'm up to it, I really am going to do a live on my birthday. It's not going to be a big to-do about me. It's actually going to be called If I'm Up to It. I don't want to make any promises. And more than likely I'll be here. It'll be Friday, and I will have not, gone up to cardiac rehab. So I'm 95% sure I'll do a live, and I'll be on here, and I'll do StreamYard, and we'll just shoot the shyster on my birthday, and it's going to be called 63 Years Young. Young, right? You're as old as you feel. You're as old, yeah. You're as old as you feel. I don't feel that old. I feel Well, the thing is, though, I felt good at 40 and 45. I had my daughter at 41. I felt really good at 50. I started getting the neck aches and the pains, at 55. But yeah, June 27th. What is that? That's in 3 days, but it's like almost 10 p.m. here, so almost 2 days. Yeah. So, and my aunt and uncle sent me a card. I haven't even opened it yet. And maybe there'll be even a little, more than likely, there's a little check in there or something. And that'll be nice. I'm going to go to Menchie's that day. And yeah, I hope the weather's nice. I don't want to be eating this freezing cold, creamy Menchie's ice cream. They have bubble gum and coffee and then all the regulars, but mango, and that's what's fun. But once I had a little of each and mixed as it melted, didn't taste very good, and then one other time I went, I've only gone maybe 3 times ever, and you weigh your bowl, and once you put the nuts and the fruit and the candies on it, it weighs like a pound or 2 or whatever. And then that's what they go by, the weight. And back then it was $8 for a bowl of ice cream. Who knows what it is now? Who knows? Your son is a Cancer, Mary Jane Doe? What? Max Smith, your birthday is the 28th? Or you thought I said 28? I am a Cancer, Peggy. We're very sensitive and very, I was talking to my friend Pam yesterday. We're very sensitive and we're very empathetic and whatnot, but we're very, not opinionated. We're very, I don't know. I haven't read about cancer in ages, and I can't remember what she told me yesterday. Hardly at all. Oh, Tina, what do you think of the bird, Mr. Whitehead? Oh, okay, that comes to Martin's window. I haven't seen any of those videos, but I will have to check it out. A little bird comes to his window all the time. That's really cute. Oh, yeah. I want to get rid of that balloon and get me a birthday one eventually. And it's deflating. And I keep forgetting because it's way up here. I keep forgetting. I'm so glad I just saw your comment. Look at that thing. My Mother's Day balloon that I bought myself. But yeah. Oh my gosh. I am really glad you reminded me. Because I was laying in bed last night. I have to write everything down on a Post-it note. And I was like, well, I won't forget that. And I did. Yeah, I'm getting rid of that. Thank you. I see a cake. I identify as a Saturn, says Max. Very true. I'm Cancer rising. Signs of astrology are based on fiction. Yeah, I don't know, how much of all that I really believe. I used to look at it, when I was younger and stuff. But yeah, so there's 10 in the sand dunes. And I met a lady, you guys. Well, anyway, she was 48 because I met new people, right? Going to the Tuesdays and Thursdays. And these people were more talkative. The lady was talking to me when we were on the elliptical. And this one in the lobby before I went in. And she was really super nice. But she had a stress-induced, right? Heart attack like I did, the same kind. But she said she got up in the middle of the night, yelled out for her daughter, who I think she said was she older or younger? Well, anyway, and she doesn't remember anything except, I guess she called 911 herself, but then she doesn't remember anything and she fell down. And when she came to, she was at the hospital, and they were putting she has a stent, and and then while she was like having this done, they found a clot somewhere else, and she literally had a stroke at the same time, and she's only 48 years old. So she's sitting, and she seemed really okay, just, looked a little tired like anyone would. And this was back, I think this happened to her just a few months ago, like me. Well, no, it was like in May or something. Mine was in April. But when I watched her walk, okay, and I'm not mimicking, I'm just showing you guys. She got up because we have to get wipes to wipe down the machine, and she was like this, tilted and everything, and I felt so bad for her. And then when I was sitting there after I did my cooling down exercises that we have to do, she was nearish me, and the lady took her blood pressure, and it was low. And she always has low blood pressure anyway, whereas I usually have high, but it's been good there lately. And she said, keep taking sips of water, that'll help. And so she's taking little sips of water, and the lady's standing there going, okay, I really don't want you to leave the building by yourself until we know you're okay. She's like, how are you feeling? And she's like, I don't know, okay, I guess. And then she said, well, and it just wasn't good enough for the lady, because they're really on top of things. I mean, you've got people that have had open heart surgery a month or two ago, and it's all they can do to get there. And so then she thought she could leave, but the lady said, we might need to wheel you out to your car. And it was just amazing to me, right? This is how they bring up different charts for different things. Like they had the one chart, the numbers, hard, lightly hard, somewhat hard, those kind of words. But then today, the lady on the treadmill to the left of me, who they don't know what's going on with her, not her, but the cardiologist, and she changed cardiologists, and she might have a clot, but it might be asthma-induced this and that. And this is what I said to her, because she didn't know that I had a stroke too. I said, I'm not trying to sound like a mother, but when your graduation party's over, don't let it go too long. And that's when I told her about my stroke. And she was shocked, because I felt super duper rested and everything that day. And I told her what happened at the eye store, eye appointment. Anyway, I met a guy named, I'll just say his first name, Reed. And he was very frail, very thin, maybe 10 years older than me. And he had a heart attack in December. And what happened was, the ambulance took him. They said, you're having a heart attack. And when he got there, the next thing he remembers is being in why this stuff's a learning experience. Normally when it shows little things and it comes on and it says low battery, I pay attention. I didn't. And it just went black. So I have it plugged in and I'm at 2%. So this is a good time to end my live. Thanks for sticking around. But I'll just finish my thoughts. So this guy, Reed, you guys can hear me okay, right? Anyway, he's wheeled into an operating room. He only knew he was because he said he saw three big lights above him. And then he heard a nurse say, he doesn't have a heartbeat. I said, what? I said, oh, that must have been so upsetting. So he didn't even have a heartbeat, but he heard that. And I'm pretty darn sure he told me it was that, not he doesn't have a pulse. So they take that zapper thing and zap him and bring him back to life. But the thing is, if he was dead, he wouldn't even be able to hear that. She had to have said pulse. But I thought he told me heartbeat. Anyway, so yeah, they zapped him back to life and they put a stent in, but he said it was too big and it leaked all over his heart. So then he had to go back in and get that all fixed. And he said since December, it's been really, really trying. And I said, wow. And, you know, he asked about me and I told him. And when I tell people I had a stroke too 4 years prior, they're just shocked. And I'm sharing, like, I know you guys don't mind, but I don't want to sound like a broken record, always talking about the stroke and the heart attack. But I just started, today was my 4th day there. And I have to go all the way. I got to finish June, well, 2 days in June, because it's Tuesdays and Thursdays, all of July until the 21st of August. So when I meet different people and hear different stories, I'll share them without saying their name. And I'm learning things. I'm learning that they're, instead of taking a blood thinner, there's actually like a device now they can put in you. It's new. And now I can't remember the name of it. And there's so many different things. It's not just AFib, you know, and it's not just this, and it's not just that. There's just so many different things with the heart and how you can have problems and not even know, like me. So let me just read what I missed. Martin has named all the birds Mr. and Mrs. Whitehead, and there's another big male bird named Big Mo. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. Yeah, put his link in. Okay, wonderful. That be the stroke damage. There are programs that tell you who's logged onto your channel, but not in the chat. It's actually in YouTube Studio. Yeah. All these names will come up that have subscribed to you, right? Frozen Tina, I thought it was my signal that kept glitching out. Oops, screen is black. Sorry, was testing something else. Oh no, what happened? Black screen. I was afraid I might have lost my whole darn show. Like, do you know what I mean? And if it just goes out like that, then maybe you lose your whole thing if you don't end your live. But this happened one other time to me like a year ago. I don't want it to happen anymore. It's nerve-wracking. I think it got my blood pressure up a little bit. Thanks for all the hearts and everything. Hi, Tashi 2.0. Hello, you guys. Anyway, there's 15 in the bush or the sand dunes now. So yeah, I'm gonna go because there's just not, I mean, there is a lot to talk about, but I don't want to talk about politics and, you know, it's different every day in a way. And, but I do really hope, this is an end to that, Iran-Israel war thing going on. I mean, how sad. And Look at all those things. An 8-ball, a unicorn, a violin, I think, and eyeballs. Anyway, thanks for the nice letter, Max, in my comments. That was really heartfelt and kind of you. And a creator in Michigan, the only one I know of that lives there, if she's still there or if I'm completely wrong and she's not there, don't come after me, but that's Nicolina. But I didn't think you ever really watched her. So you said Michigan, so I'm just not sure who you're talking about. But I could be totally wrong, so no hard feelings, Nicolina. Yeah. So tomorrow's Wednesday. Hopefully I'll be here. And, hopefully I can do a panel sometime. I got to figure out how many minutes I have left now till the 28th. I might have 2 hours. I might have 1 hour. I might have 20 minutes. And then I get my free 20 hours. So bye, everybody. Thank you so much. Please hit the like and please subscribe to me if you're willing to. All right. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. It's really sweet of all of you. Bye for now. Look at the glass half full, not half empty. It's what I try to do.